Good day, guys. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Legend Knows Football TV. Champions League is back. Second leg of the quarterfinals is back tonight, and we have some fascinating ties, some fascinating storylines that have built up from the first leg heading into the second leg. And as we progress into this competition, the semi-finals is upon us. We can see it from a distance. So what we are going to do today is we are going to try and predict this second legs of the quarterfinals. Try and see who might make it through, who might fumble, which team is going all the way. Everyone is saying Bayern might go all the way. Everyone is saying this and that. But it's 11v11. And the press conference that I just watched on Barcelona, it seems like the Barcelona players are already up for it. Remontada.com, Remontada, this profile pictures here, profile pictures there, everywhere. But football is played on the pitch. And if you don't show up on the pitch, if you don't show up, you are going to lose. That's why I'm thinking of this Arsenal Sporting game that's taking place tonight. As we can see in the first leg, um, Arsenal won this match narrowly. It was an away match for Arsenal. They just won it 1-0. And now it means that Arsenal are going to be the home team versus Sporting. And I'm sure Sporting must have watched the Arsenal losses that they have suffered recently. Sporting is the only team that Arsenal beat since that Carabao Cup final. They lost to Man City in that Carabao Cup final. They were knocked out by Southampton in the FA Cup, and they just lost against Bournemouth. So I'm sure Sporting, after this loss, and Sporting, they did not lose like by huge margins. If I remember correctly, Sporting also had their chances in that specific game against Arsenal in Portugal, where they could have salvaged something, where they could have maybe came with a goal to the Emirates. But anyways, I think Arsenal might just scrape through, because if there's ever a time for Arsenal to wake up, it's tonight. Otherwise, for them, they just get knocked out of the Champions League and focus on the league, because the league also seems like the Arsenal are busy throwing away the whole season that they've worked so hard for. But what I think is this is going to be a narrow game between Arsenal and Sporting. I think Sporting is going to win 2-1, and this game might go to extra time, and Arsenal might win it in extra time. That's what I think what's going to happen tonight. But I think Arsenal, mentally, Arsenal are in a different state of mind in terms of fragility. They are a bit fragile, and the attacking part of Arsenal's team, they are not doing anything. They are not creating chance after chance, smothering teams. Just being dominant in the game. The coach is overthinking it. Arteta is overthinking it, taking the emotion out of the game and trying to be too robotic in winning anything this season. So it's time he just sets this team free, and then they can go forward. But that's my prediction on that Arsenal game. And then, of course, our next one we need to look at is PSG Liverpool. That tie should have been wrapped up in the first leg. But PSG, they were not as clinical as they were against us, Chelsea, when they just annihilated us. So I still think PSG is going to win, but I think Liverpool would put up a much more better performance than what they did. I think they will still lose on the night, but I think Liverpool will they will score maybe one goal. PSG might win 2-1 at Anfield. I think PSG is going to win 2-1 tonight, maybe even more, because they have that Kvaratskhelia guy. Ooh, that guy is a danger, man. That guy is just a danger, man. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So I think Liverpool will lose tonight against PSG, and then Real Madrid, Bayern. We saw that Bayern dominated that game in the first leg. It was an away game for Bayern, and Bayern are home tonight at the Allianz Arena. Real Madrid showed glimpses in that game of staging some type of comeback, some type of, you know, resurrection in that game. But to no avail, Neuer was the man of the match that specific night. Made save after save after save after save. The Real Madrid players not being as clinical and, just putting the ball in the back. They couldn't get past Neuer. It was the great wall of Neuer. Manuel Neuer was stopping every shot, every chance that Real Madrid had. But the game is still in the balance. It's 2-1 compared to the Liverpool game where you could see that Liverpool, but these games, every game is still close. Anyone can still go through. But as I said, this is just my prediction. So what I'm thinking, since Bayern is home, they're the home team, and they show dominance away from home versus Real Madrid. I think the home crowd at the Allianz Arena, I think Bayern will beat them. It will be another 2-1 on the night, and then 4-2 on aggregate. Of course, Bayern going through to the semifinals. And last but not least, the, the the all Spanish clash between Atletico Madrid and Barcelona. We all know Atletico Madrid will be a much more defensive minded side, but they have the Julian Alvarez. We saw the type of free kick that he scored. We saw what he is capable of. Simeone's son is in the team. I'm sure he's going to fight for the badge, playing in front of your father, playing there under your father, trying to make him proud. So he's going to leave no stone unturned. And Atletico have a healthy lead, a 2-0 lead. They're leading by 2 goals. And they are also the home team. But like I said, remontadas, they have remontadas, the Barcelona change, players changing profile pics, all of that. But you need to show on the pitch. I'm sure Lamine Yamal will show up, but will Ferran Torres finish his chances? Because Barca will definitely get chances. Will Rashford be clinical tonight? And will they not make mistakes behind conceding goals? Because it only takes 1 goal for Atletico Madrid to be up 3-0, and it's going to be an uphill battle for Barcelona. But they can definitely break down this Atletico Madrid side. They have done it this season. In the past, in was it 2 weeks ago, where they almost made a comeback when Atletico, I think, was up 4-0 and Barca almost equalized, made it 4-4, what. But I think Atletico might just edge this one. But it's going to be an interesting game. So just to wrap it up before I get to mumbling some more, I think Atletico goes through, PSG, of course, Arsenal scraping through, and then of course Bayern Munich making it through. So it's only the PSG team that I say that's going to win in terms of away teams. So all the other teams, the home teams, are going to go through, and then we go into the semi-finals, and then obviously the final on the 30th of May. But we will do the predictions as time moves on. Anyways, guys, leave a like, subscribe to the channel. That has been your UEFA Champions League preview. Come on, guys, like, share, subscribe to the channel, and yeah, we need to find enjoyment now. We need to find enjoyment in other things, because Chelsea is a whole mess, identity crisis that we have going on there. Our coach is a motivational speaker. Our players have given up. It's a good thing we are not in the relegation zone, because we would have gone down. We would have gone down. Anyways, what am I talking about? Leave a like, subscribe to the channel, guys. Leave a like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next upload. Cheers. Stay safe and God bless. Peace.